Hi everyone, so today I'll be trying out Spellbinders' new December 2022 club kit of the month and their Glimmer. I think it pairs up really nicely with the little lovebirds that we have in the club kit. So we'll just get right to it. So Spellbinders did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links, so thank you for doing that. You can also change up what's going on with your subscription or those kind of things also through the links. You just pop in there, and if you're already subscribed. So we're gonna make our little birds today, and then like I said, I think it really pairs up with the Glimmer really well. I think it'll be really cute to put like the little heart background and then pop on our little birdies. So I'm going to fire up my Glimmer. I'm going to look through this and see what colors of paper I would like to use for the different layers and things, and then we'll get right to it. So again, the Glimmer month does come with a foil. I believe it does come with blush, but it does say colors may vary. I'm going to heat up the Glimmer, trim down some paper just to have it ready, and we'll talk about it when we get there. So I will also grab a card base from the kit right now, and we'll get to it. You just plug it in, turn it on back here, and you know the light will turn green when the platform is ready. Okay, while that's heating up, what I want to do is I just cut down a piece of paper that's going to mat my card, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I like 1/8 of an inch little edges, but you know, if you want 5 1/4 by 4 or whatever it is that you like. So on this guy, I'm going to center this right on here. So this is our larger Glimmer plate, and we're going to pop that there. And then I think I'm going to use this guy, which is another Glimmer plate that makes that little ruffled heart or scalloped heart, and then I'll cut it out with this, and then I'll layer that over that with our little birds and things. So lots of fun things going on in the Glimmer this month, but I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I don't need the whole thing. And maybe I should trim it down from this side. This paper's already cut down here. And I'll run these separately, even though there's room on the plate for them. I just like to keep things separate. I don't know, I feel like that's the best. So I'm going to open this up and get it going, and I will be right back. What I mean by that is I'm going to take that little piece of plastic off that keeps the roll from unraveling, and I'll be right back. Little tape tab. And again, you really want to keep it pretty close to what you're trying to do or what you're using. So like I would kind of eyeball this. And even if I cut the whole strip, that's fine. I'll just keep that piece for later, this other piece on the other side. Pretty much right edge to edge, you know. We are going to cut this away so it doesn't really matter, but your reason you're doing this is so that you don't get a lot of overfoiling if you end up getting any overfoiling. So we have that guy there. And what I'm showing you is I have the pretty side facing up, like the pretty color, instead of the silver side. And then the die, or the, yeah, well, I guess it's a die, but the plate facing down, pushing that color into your paper. Okay, so that's kind of how you want to remember it. Because sometimes if you set up the sandwich on your Glimmer, you're going to put plate facing up, the paper or your foil with the silver side facing you, and then your paper, because the color is going to get pushed into your paper, but it's just backwards of what you did here. Okay, so that's going to be one of them, and then this one I'll prep it again just the same. I'll take just enough to really cover that area, just what I need here, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so on this one again, I already set it up. It's basically what they call the hinge method over there at Spellbinders, but I don't really hinge it. I just, like you saw, I just put it down. I'm just going to tape it. But basically what you do is you hinge your die, and then you pick it up, and then slide the foil underneath. But I already did this, so I do it a little bit differently sometimes. But again, just as much as you need to cover that. I mean, I could probably trim some of this away just in case, but that's okay. So again, I do it one piece at a time. This guy has been ready, waiting for me, because I've just been taking my time here. So again, I try to, you know, center it, foil plate touching the surface of your Glimmer, please. I know I forget, and then I'm like, what happened? And it's because I have it the upside down. Plate touching the Glimmer. I always just like to top it off already with this. Press timer, and you know, it'll tell you when it's ready, which is amazing. I love it. So it takes like 30 seconds, a minute. It just depends, I guess, on the size of the die and how long it takes for it to heat up for it to say, okay, we're ready for this. this whole thing, I'm just going to run it through my Platinum 6. I believe on the Glimmer page, you know, when I link it there, it'll tell you, I think there's a PDF or at least some information about what systems it can go through. I know for sure the Big Shot and things like that, but I don't know all of them off the top of my head. So we'll have that guy going, and I'll be right back. So it'll take about maybe 10 more seconds after I paused, but I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm going to move this somewhere else. Let's move this guy like over here. Hopefully I don't unplug it. And I'm just going to slide this out. And just be careful this doesn't shift around too much. And I'm going to run it through. Sometimes I like to go run it through one way and then back the other, but you know, it's whatever you like. Again, I'm going to go back through. And you always want to use the smoothest paper you have for foiling. You get the best result that way. Ooh, nice hot plate. I'm going to take it off that. Oh, well, it just came right off. There you go. All right. So now I'm going to do the next one. Oh, actually, I should have just popped this back in here. You want it to warm back up to when, you know, the light says platform ready. Right down here. And when the platform's ready, I'm going to pop on the next one. And run that through. So again, facing down, because you want the metal touching the heat of your plate here, the system. Okay, and I'll do the same thing. I'll be back. Okay. Actually, I'll pop this back in. I'm going to do maybe a couple more things since my Glimmer is on right now. Let's see what we got. Just lovely. Alright, I'll be back. Guys, I am so silly. I just warned you about make sure your plate is touching the surface. You know, make sure your plate's touching the surface. The last thing I want to do is just a sentiment real quick. And I had it facing up like this. And it was taking a long time to heat up. And I'm like, why does it take so long? Oh, well, you know, that's fine. I'll just wait. And then I got it and I'm like staring at it the whole time, looking at the plate, and of course I had it backwards, so I'll show you what that looks like just in case. But yeah, you always want the plate touching the surface, of course. And that took, you know, seconds because this is a smaller plate. I should have known. But yeah, so I had it all set up, everything's great, you know, but it was facing like this with the plate on top. Well, duh, no wonder. And then all it does is impress, you know. So silly. It's like, I should listen to myself. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna be done. Well, I'm done foiling, so I'll turn this off and I'll be right back and we'll start making our little birds. So let's just check out what we have here. And if you want to clean it up, like let's say you have a little foiling that looks a little bit, like a little bit much, I just take an eraser and come around, and people ask me all the time, where'd you get this eraser? It's just an eraser. I think it's from Daiso, Japan. Any eraser will do it. I just like that one because it has flat surfaces. Let me wipe this down. Okay, so card base. Card topper, and then I did do a couple of my little hearts just because I wanted them for other projects too, and then of course the sentiment, which I don't know if I'm going to use a sentiment for this, but since my machine was on, I went ahead and did a little sentiment, so it would be like right there, right? So we'll see. Okay, I do want to cut this guy out though, so let's just take one of these guys. Oh, okay, and it's easy enough to see right through there. And I should have mentioned when you're cutting down your paper, make sure, you know, your die is going to have room to be cut out on something like this. And whenever I run these through, I always make mention to put your tape on the die and the paper, but not on your foiling, because it'll pick up your foiling and you don't want that. So like I'm on this outer edge, and then I'll run this through. Okay, and in the meantime, I'll get my little bird pieces together, even though I said I was already going to do that. I'll go ahead and glue this down, have that ready, and I'll be back. So all my pieces here. Beautiful. I do have this just in case we want to use it, but I have it there. You know, we can set up the whole branch and everything. That would look really, really cute too. I think I'm not going to do that today though, so I don't need those. I don't think I need their legs, but there might be beaks in here is what it looks like, so we might still use this die. Then their little bodies, and they're facing opposite each other, but they're both looking that way is what it happens here. We have their little tail feathers, we have their little like body area, we have wings, and then they have these little coily kind of bits on top. I don't know, like a little something. Super cute. And it looks like they even have dies for the eyes. Let me see. Well, see, it cuts out a circle, so I don't know, but we have this little circle. I think that's actually for the flowers, so I don't think we need any of these guys. So for right now, let's see. I think what we will do, I'm trying to think. I was going to do like monochromatic birds. I thought that would be fun, like white and black, but let's just go for it. How about a little yellow bird and a little blue bird? I don't know. So this little guy, which one is he? He's the one facing that way. Let's make him blue, and let's make this one yellow, and let's give them both green tails. Why not? This one. And this is all the paper from the card kit. Let's give them bright blue wings. So they'll be matching in that way, I suppose. So I'm just going to run those through just like that. And then their little body areas, I'll just pick some colors. I'll probably run them through 2 different colors just to give them some differentiation. Let's do those pieces right now. These are going to be black, and then their little beaks. So let's just do these pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So they just popped out there. And again, whatever cutting tool I'm using or system, I just try to put as many pieces as I can at once. And I would have done all the black pieces too, but I just wanted to save those for the end there. Oh, okay. So let's get this guy, and be careful with your little guy. He has that little die cut area that you saw it just bent. And so what I did actually was for their tummies, I did them both white just to bring some, just ground that color because we have a lot of color going on. So let me just get these guys out. I'm sorry, sometimes when you toss it, it works, but it's not working today. There we go. All right. And these little guys, I am definitely going to clear out all these little bits. So I think this is her tummy, yeah, because it faces the right way. That looks about right there. I'm trying to see, looking at the picture, like, is there a certain spot where this belongs? And so let's put on her tail. And let's see here. Looks like maybe that one's her tail. So I'm just going to take a moment. These are going to be really quick to work up. I'm just going to put glue on there. Bring in a little tail. Oh my goodness. How cute. Let's put this little guy on. Somewhere in there, just kind of following the curve that's natural. Maybe a little bit lower, but that's okay. Maybe there. And then her little wing, which is this one. Or something like that. And then the rest of the little facial features will pop in just a minute. So for him, I'm doing the exact same thing, just the opposite way. So we'll put his little wing in here. Looks like he's more standing up. We have the tail in the back. I'll just tuck that in and then glue this little body piece right there. Okay, I'll be right back. We have our little characters here. And we got to finish them off with little beaks. Again, the beaks are in with the little legs. So I'm just going to run this through the smallest piece of orange paper, just so the beak parts are on there. So we make sure to get those guys. And then both these little head dresses through black paper, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I have the little beaks here. I'll try to get those. There's one. And here's the other. Okay, let's pop the other one out. And then we have our little head dresses. Alright, so if we look at this picture, you can kind of use that to help you pop things down. Here it just says die cut bird elements and assemble, so kind of skip some detail there, but that's okay. So let's see. The little head dresses look like they go like this, at least on her and him, so they have a side, an area that's a little bit taller, and then it goes down from there. And it looks like they popped it like here. I suppose it can be wherever you want, wherever you think is cutest. That's pretty cute right there. And we'll put his on too. His little head, and he is facing like that way, that's why it looks kind of funky. And then we'll get his eyeball going, obviously. So again, just something like that. maybe there. And then their little beaks. So there is a little impression. It's probably hard for you to see there, right there. And so I'm gonna put a little dab of glue there to help me out. And then hers is right in here. And then we have these little beaks, and they look very similar. They almost look like a little upturned carrot. So, you know, I would say put it wherever you think you want to put it. So I'm gonna put one here as far as which one is which. And then I'll put this guy right there, and that little dab of glue. And I mean, that just makes all the difference, does it not? Just adding that little beak just is like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. So we have those two. And then we want to cover the back of their eye. Now, if you're putting this down flat, you can run it through and get a little black circle that you can pop into each one of these. But for right now, what I'm going to do is just simply cut a little piece of black paper that I will glue to behind their heads. So literally just like the smallest piece of paper. Just put that there. And bring this in. Oopsie. And I'll do the same thing for hers. Just put the glue and pop in the piece of paper behind it, okay? Okay, so let's bring back our card bases. We have our cute little babies here. Oh my goodness. And that's why I didn't put legs on them, because I want them to look like they're just kind of in their little hearts here. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. So I think what we need to do is, and maybe I'm not going to use it, maybe I will. I don't know. They look so cute and fresh. I love the colors on them. That is adorable. I'm going to put this little guy like here. And this little gal down here. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. Oh, I love this so much. So I'll put dimensionals on the back of that. And then I brought out these guys because, I mean, you can do obviously Happy Valentine's Day, but I thought, you know, you are loved, you make my heart sing. I mean, these are just so cute. Just the greatest. Amazing. I mean, there's just so many fun things. You always bring a smile to my face. So I think, let me get some dimensionals on this and then we'll put our card together. Okay, so look at how pretty that is. Then we have this gorgeous, oh my goodness. Oh, what a cute paper clip this would make. You had a nice little clippy with all that prettiness on it. Look at that. And that is so clean and gorgeous. Again, you know, Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, you can even put it on top of them. But you know how I like to show everything and not cover up our work. So let's see. I really am attracted to this. You are loved. I mean, oh. Remember. Oh, you can even put the little remember tab like right here. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I know that's more. That looks really cute. So remember. And then we have you are loved down here. Okay, let me put that there before I really just plop this down. I'm going to place it, if it would let go of my thumb. I think it needs to go just a little bit more this way. That looks really good. A little bit more that way. Alright, and there's my card. Oh my goodness, that is lovely. I am just such a fan of their little birds. They have a few dies, makes the cutest thing. You know, mix and match them. They're all about the same perspective. So cute. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Thanks so much Spellbinders for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. Before I get too far away, I did want to show you my little foilings. All these guys, the knit words, you know, the heart that's left over. This, I've always put them in a little box and I just keep them because later you never know, you might want to foil that negative and they look really awesome. So anyway, and even these little scraps I always keep them because sometimes you have small foiling plates that you can use. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.